Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
The civil war in Syria and the continuing instability in Egypt are issues Kerry will discuss with Arab League foreign ministers here in Jordan. But his principal goal is to keep Arab allies on board with restarting direct talks between Israelis and Palestinians. Kerry has no immediate plans to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on this trip, though U.S. officials continue working with Israeli officials on a return to talks. Kerry did meet privately with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas late Tuesday. Spokesman Nabil Abu Rudaina says Palestinians are not the obstacle to reopening talks.
We are hoping that Mr. Kerry would succeed, and President Abbas is ready and committed for the two-state solution, for any step that might lead for peace and stability. It's an important American effort. We hope it will continue.
The fighting in Syria adds to pressure on those efforts, as Israel says it will not allow the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah to grow stronger in Syria. U.S. Institute of Peace analyst Steve Heidemann.
I see the recent momentum around efforts to get negotiations started as resulting from the recognition on the part of the administration that the attempt to try to contain the Syrian conflict is failing, and that violence is spilling over across all of Syria's borders. We're seeing Israel more engaged, Hezbollah more engaged.
Syrian violence makes it even more urgent for Israel to resolve its Palestinian security issues, says American University professor Akbar Ahmed.
Because Israel is a neighbor to what is effectively a theater of war, Israel's interests are A, to protect its borders, but B, to ensure peace and security within its borders.
Israeli troops are reinforcing positions near Syria in an effort to contain the violence, says former U.S. Ambassador to Israel Daniel Kurtzer.
Today, I think the situation is contained more or less in Syria, but the prospects for spillover are really very great and very dangerous, either in terms of destabilizing neighbors or in terms of bringing Israel into a more active combat situation.
Kurtzer says a return to Palestinian talks would make it easier for Israel to deal with Syria.
It's one thing to have all of these problems brewing in the neighborhood and to have problems inside Palestine. If you can be working on those problems inside, you're in better shape diplomatically to deal with what's happening outside.
Ahead of talks with their Arab League colleagues, Secretary Kerry and Jordanian Foreign Minister Nasser Judah met to discuss the impact of Syrian violence on Israeli-Palestinian talks and the impact of Syrian refugees on Jordan's security. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Amman.
We were just chatting about the importance of that here.